Hi, this is Lisa, and I want to show you one of my very favorite tools for staying in touch and in communication with people. And I want to show you how you can use it as a ward or an organization within a ward. So this tool is called Remind, just like it sounds, remind, like I want to remind you of something. And this is what the site looks like the very first time you come to it if you do not have an account. So we're going to click here in the upper right, this green button that says sign up. And when we click this, we can sign up either using an already existing Google account or put in your email address or phone number. That will require further information. They'll want your first name and last name and all of that. If you use the Google sign up, it won't. I'm going to go ahead and sign up with our Google account here at LDS Teach. And I click next, and then it's going to ask me for my password. Hopefully I remember it. That's always a trick, isn't it? It's always such a sigh of relief when you remember that. So then once you do that, it will ask you what your role is. And my recommendation is that you use the role I'm a teacher. Notice that it says organizer as one of the options here. And while Remind was originally developed for schools, it is open to organizations and it welcomes them. And so I would click this, I'm a teacher, and then what do people call you? So I'm going to set this up as if I were my ward's relief society. So you would change this depending on the organization that you're setting up for. But I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I'm my ward's relief society. So I'm going to say that they call me A1 Relief Society. No title. And what's my class name? I'm going to say Arlington First Ward Relief Society. You have to agree that you will only message people 13 and older. So this works for youth organizations. If you have people under the age of 13, you do need to get parent permission, but that's really no problem. Click Add, and you can create more than one class if you want. So you could actually create a class that's Relief Society sisters who are in the book club, priesthood quorum members who are willing to help with moves or whatever. Like you can set up little classes within it if you like. It asks for your school, but we don't work at a school. So we click right here where it says, I don't work at a school. Now you can enter in the phone numbers or email addresses, and Remind allows you to use both. Now for me, I find that I prefer using the texting, but some people have email. So if you do email, you can keep it in Remind as well. It's so nice. So you can put in email address or phone number, and you can do it in a couple of ways. You just type in the person's name and then the email address or phone number, and you just keep going. They've put in fake people from books, which I appreciate as an English teacher. You can also click here to get a printable PDF, and this would let you, if you just click download the PDF, it would let you download and then print out these instructions so that people can sign up themselves. So that can be helpful as well. You can just pass those out at church on Sunday or anywhere, have visiting teachers or home teachers deliver them. There are in-person instructions. So you just tell people to text at Arlington 1 to this phone number, which is, it doesn't look like a real phone number, but it is, and they'll get a welcome text from Remind. And they can also text to this phone number if this number causes them any problems. So that's super nice. And you can also send a link. So you can give them a link if people go to this link, and you can email this link out. And people can sign up in the way that they like best. So there's a number of ways to add people. We're going to assume that you've already gone in and added in all these people. And what's nice is if you already have the names and information on a spreadsheet, you can actually upload it from a spreadsheet and they can tell you how to do that. Now let's say that we've already added everybody in, and so we are going to come in here and we see our people. They'll show up here because there aren't any participants, but once we have people there, they'll be, and even from here you can add people again. Then I can click on messages. This is how I can send a message. So I click here and I can send a message to an individual person, or I can send it to everyone. So let's say I'm going to send a message to everyone. And I can now just type in a message here, right? So I click this little write symbol, just like you're used to, just like you would see in your email probably. And then I click send to everyone. Now I type in my message. Hi everyone, so excited to tell you about next week's lesson. Read all about it at, and then you can put in a link here, right? So let's say that you wanted to show you wanted everybody to read an article that was on the church website, and so you are going to go to the lesson, and let's say, for the sake of argument, I'm actually working on this for teachers for I'm working on this as part of the new program of Come Follow Me. So let me go ahead and say that I want it from a general conference talk. So I'm going to pull a talk from general conference, and we're supposed to be focusing primarily on talks given by the First Presidency and Quorum of the 12. So I'll pick Elder Stevenson's talk. I can just come here and copy that link, and then I can come back here to remind and paste that link right in there. And so, and actually, if you want to make the link a little shorter, if you take this end part off, it still works just fine. So, um, just a little known secret. Okay. Um, whoops. Don't accidentally erase it. Next, then I can say, read all about it here, and please come ready to talk about how you, okay, now notice I ran out of space. So you see it went red around here, and I did that on purpose. So if you want longer messages, send out short ones. Because remember, people are going to be getting this texting. So you might want to just adjust this, right? Maybe we would say you can find this week's RS lesson at, okay? Then here's another interesting feature. It allows you to translate into all of these languages. So if you have people in your ward who speak other languages, you can send the message out in multiple languages, which I think is so lovely. And then I just click translate again to collapse that menu if I don't want it anymore. I can upload a photo or a video. So let's say I just wanted to send out, like, thanks to everybody who helped with our activity. I can attach a picture of the activity or even a video. Let's say I want to send somebody a copy of something. I can upload the file here, and it will send it as an attachment as well. I can send the message right now, or I can schedule it. So I can click either send or schedule. If I click schedule, then it gives me an option of a date and a time. I click schedule, and then that's it. And so I can schedule things way out in advance. I can schedule things out months in advance to be sent. So a secretary or a leader of any kind can schedule these things, and they don't have to be last minute. Now, it's wonderful for last minute, and you can do it even from your own phone or mobile device last minute. But it's really nice that you have the ability to, if you know what lessons or you know general announcements, like just a reminder that our state conference is this weekend, or just a reminder that it is general conference, or remember that Fast Sunday has been moved, you can schedule those out way in advance on your own time, which makes it so nice. This gear is what you're always used to in programs online, which is settings. And so here's where you can change the settings that you have here. You can even edit the icons. So and this is something that people would see, oops, you don't need that. That was what I was actually working on in my real life. And you can scroll down and choose one of these icons if you like. So for instance, if you're the state choir director, you might pick the little piano keys. I'll pick the little book here, and now that saves it. And now people will see that little book icon. I can add owners to the class. So if somebody else creates a Remind account, I can make them an owner, meaning that, let's say I'm a Relief Society president and I want to make both of my counselors and the secretary owners so that they all have access to be able to send through this account. I can just add them here. And they have to have an account and they have to be at least 13. So that's really all there is to it. It is so simple. It does even more, and there's more stuff, but I don't overwhelm you. I promise you that if you're looking for an easy and free way to communicate with members, Remind is a perfect way to do it. Feel free to email us at info@ldsteach.org if you have any questions, and I hope that you love Remind and that it works for you.